A lot of people keep telling me that I'm gatekeeping my Claude Code editing pipeline. And you know what? Fine. Here's the whole thing. And this is the actual project. Claude Code built all the animations, all the cuts, every single thing that you're watching right now, even this video, was completely done by Claude Code. And most likely it's currently almost 1 a.m. And this will be edited while I'm sleeping. Every single thing that you've seen lately came out of this exact pipeline. Now, it could be After Effects and it could be DaVinci Resolve, because that's the two things that I've been working on. And also Remotion, for those who knows what that is. I'm going to break everything down in this video. Now, a lot of you have been waiting for this breakdown, and I am not here to gatekeep. I'm going to break this down very soon in bite-sized chunks inside of my free Skool community. You can find the link down below in the description below. And that's where I'm going to be posting all of my updates, my thought processes, how I came up with it, how you could recreate this yourself. Every single thing is coming in that Skool community, and it is free. Now, this is going to be a little bit of a raw video, but without further ado, let's begin. So before I begin, I just want to explain that the reason why we're not diving too deep right now is because I'm actually in the middle of moving apartments. Not that you care, but a lot of people think that I'm gatekeeping, and I don't want to be that guy that actually gatekeeps. So, you know, while we're moving apartment, I'm actually in my parents' house, hence whispering a little bit. If you're coming from this specific video, or if you're coming straight from YouTube, everything that you're seeing here was completely edited by Claude. Literally all of the motion graphics. Now, if you've never seen this before, if you've never touched After Effects or anything, because this specific edit was completely done in After Effects. You can do everything in Fusion, you can do everything in Remotion. Now, this might, for some people, this might be Greek. You don't have to worry, Claude Code is the expert. You're going to record, give it to Claude Code, and this is the output. I know this might seem very advanced. If you've never used After Effects, literally, I don't know any of this myself. I'm not an editor, I don't know how to edit, so what's important for me to mention is the fact that you don't need to know what's going on. The only thing you need to look at is the monitor right here. What's the output? Are you satisfied with it? Yes, all right, amazing. Now, this is the type of output that I wanted. This video specifically was a recreation of a style of Dan Co. Very simple style, but at the same time, it has like very high quality, deep glow, and it's minimalistic for a reason. Now, I'm actually going to tease a little bit here. This is actually a thing that I'm working on right now, and I'm actually going to explain how I did this one. And literally, this took literally a couple of minutes, both from recording to the final output. Now, you might be wondering, how am I doing this? It's actually very simple. First of all, I've created something called Content OS. And this is for me to have, for the human, you need to have something to view. For example, here are all the different styles that I've been working on. And this is actually the experimental styles. And then you have proven styles, secret sauce. This was completely done by Claude Code inside of Fusion. You've seen this on my videos before. And for example, this one was a tutorial that we followed on YouTube. For example, this one, what I literally did is you go to YouTube, you find the tutorial. This, as you can see, it's the same video, literally the exact same video, pretty much. And if you want to take it even further step, you could literally explain in your words what was different, and then it fixes it. What I did is I literally went to YouTube. I literally find a tutorial, and I literally go to Claude, and then I call my skill, which is the creative director, paste the skill, and then I literally, I use whisper flow to talk. So every time I talk to the here, I literally just start dictating, like now, it's dictating. And then I explain, hey, can you actually recreate this exact style? Exactly, follow the tutorial, figure out how this works, and then we want to create this into a DNA so we can recreate this style from future motion graphics. Thank you. You know, you gotta thank your Claude. Now, with that being said, obviously it's on Fable. You don't have to use Sonnet. Sometimes Opus is the best for both speed and quality. Fable is literally for the most complex task. I've actually never really used Fable because it's not needed. Now, you're here for one reason, and that's how are you editing these short form videos? It's quite simple. Really quite simple. For example, the style of Dan Co. This is what you would do. You go to Dan Co. editing style After Effects, right? This is exactly what I did. You can see I watched a couple of videos. Honestly, you don't even have to watch the videos unless you want to make sure that's the style you want. You double click it, you copy link address, and you do the same thing. Literally, paste the link in, explain, use the skill, or you don't have to use my skill. This skill is just like it knows my business, it knows everything about me. I'm also going to explain the creative director pipeline in the Skool community and on my YouTube. You could actually just say, on After Effects, using the AEMCP, recreate this exact tutorial. And then you could explain, obviously you can tell my writing is a little bit off. It's a little bit late, but yeah, you get the gist. And this is literally what I did. I did that once, and then that's the output that I got. Now, I don't know if you've seen this video specifically, but all of this was done inside of After Effects. The same way I gave it a tutorial of how Claude was supposed to recreate this specific scene only. But Claude knows the DNA, it knows the style. So I told it, all right, extend this story. It understands the style, it understands the vibe, and then it literally creates all of these scenes. And there's no image models, like AI image models. There's no video models. Everything is
for years
inside of After Effects. Now, again, you don't need to know After Effects. You literally just give it a tutorial, and then it spits that specific output out. I've actually never met the wall yet. I'm even challenging this with Cinema 4D. For those who don't know what that is, it's a 3D composer tool. So anyway, here you can see the video. It's a very basic video. It's not perfect. We could definitely make this even better. If you wanted to create this specific video, you would spend time and research and figure out how to do this. Now, what I did is that I found this specific tutorial by his Keanu Visuals, and he pretty much explains and breaks down how he did this. Now, what you need to understand is that when you give this tutorial to Claude Code, obviously I had to record a footage trial. This was the first take that for example, let's break this how I did this, because I remember this the best, because this is how I literally created this a couple of hours ago, and I can actually showcase you the chat live. So for example, right here, it's very simple. It might look like a long chat, but the only reason why it's long is because we can see Claude Code's thinking. Now, with that being said, this is what I did. I gave it the tutorial, explain what I wanted, explain literally that we're going to create this scene, kind of explain a little bit of the scene, and actually to just showcase that this is also done inside of After Effects. You see, I'm a nerd, literally. So I have a computer that's sitting downstairs, which is a Windows computer. It's an old computer from my brother's. As you can see here. So yeah, it's an SSH, it's a tunnel where I can talk with my MacBook to the computer. Anyway, not that important, but I just want to make sure that you actually believe me and you understand that this is insane. What I literally did the first thing is I literally asked it like, hey, let's plan this shot, because obviously I needed to record. So I recorded, and yeah, don't mind this message. I was a little bit tired. You know, when you're really down bad when you're starting to swear to Claude Code. I think Carl is killing me first if AI take over the world. So it kind of helped me plan, looked through the tutorial and all of that, and then it gave me the what I wanted to record on, which was the shutter speed, the aperture. Now, if you're recording on your phone, this is not really necessary, but I'm using the technology that I have to the best of its ability. So that's what I did. And then this is what happened. I recorded and I told it, all right, my guy, continue, let's begin. And then it cooked for a couple of minutes. We're talking minutes, right? Because it doesn't take long for it to recreate it. This is the version 1. As you can tell, it's not perfect, but for a version 1, that's amazing. Literally, you haven't touched the timeline, you gave it the tutorial, and that's it. But as you can tell here, it thinks that I'm scrolling when I'm actually about to press it. You could use your human eyes, look at the video, and then explain exactly how I do it. I take images of what I'm trying to explain. 2 images. For example, here I try to explain that here I'm trying to press it. On 12 seconds, I'm trying to press it, but it should be moved down. And then I kind of try to yap a little bit. I have this tool where I can talk, so it looks like I'm writing a lot, but I'm actually just yapping to the camera. So then it fixes it, gives me a version 2. You can see the time it took for it to generate each version. For here, it was 57, and then it was 08, so a couple of minutes. I told it to cut away the first portion. It was not relevant. And then it literally did exactly what I told it. So you need to be aware of what you tell it. I literally told it like, I'm moving my hand in this position, and it actually matches very well. And then version 3 and 4 is literally perfect, but I just adjusted some things. For example, as you can see here, there's a white outline. I didn't like it, so we go back to version 5. Here we remove the white outline, and I added this animation back. As you can see right here, it pops back. Very basic breakdown, and everything was done in After Effects. Now, I don't know anything about After Effects, delegating this whole thing. And also here's the chat to showcase everything. I just explained what I didn't like. I wanted a VHS LCD screen. It was actually a little bit too little visible. I want to make it more flashy, so I could do that if I wanted to. That's it. And that's how you ideate with this pipeline. That's how you create different styles with this pipeline. Now, there's a guy that I really like his style. I actually have this whole template pack in After Effects. His name is this guy. If you have never seen his, I would highly recommend to go to sub to his channel, because he's really, really creative. I take a lot of inspiration from what he creates. It's an Apple edit style. If you like Apple edited styles, actually, let me go to his video intro here. He creates, you know, those Apple nice, neat animations. What you literally could do if you want to create SaaS animations, for those who know what that is, if you want to create fancy ass animations, that's minimalistic and modern, you would copy this link. And also sometimes, for example, this creator was leaving expressions. For those who don't know what expressions is in After Effects, it's literally just a way of kind of changing a little bit how a certain animation moves, I think. Again, I'm not the expert when it comes to motion graphics. So this is the type of animations you can get out of this video. What you do, literally just copy this. So yeah, what you would do is you would literally copy the expressions and copy the video intro, go to a new chat with Claude Code, paste it in, explain exactly like I previously told you. You could use Opus, whatever you could use, literally. You might be wondering, well, you're not breaking down the video. Well, honestly, it's not really that necessary. Let me actually now break down how I'm editing this video. For example, this hook specifically, the hook was actually edited in DaVinci Resolve. The reason why I did this, I did a mix between After Effects and DaVinci Resolve, because this hook was already made in DaVinci Resolve and I didn't want to waste time. So this hook was rendered and created inside of DaVinci Resolve, because I do my color grading there, because I have a color grade lot. a power grid to make it look the way it looks. And then the rest was completely done in After Effects. All of it, as you can see, completely done in After Effects. Now, again, you could pair After Effects with Premiere Pro, which I'm working on to create bigger editing projects for YouTube, for example. For this video, I could, for example, do After Effects plus DaVinci Resolve or After Effects plus Premiere Pro. And so literally, the only thing that I do is I literally you record once with bad text, good text, whatever it might be. You give that video to Claude Code and just literally tell it to go. Now, Claude Code is not creative. Someone has to give it the creative parts. But thankfully, there's millions of tutorials on After Effects on how to create certain effects. Luckily, we have humans that are creative, that knows exactly how to do certain things. You give that creative part to Claude Code now becomes, you can call it creative. So now, again, when I've created this style once, turn this into a template, and then you can mass produce the same style. I can literally, not even joking you, I can batch record 60 videos today, give all the 60 videos to Claude Code and say, hey, save the current project, which is called C1359 Danco, to a template and edit all my videos in the same style. That means the hook will remain the same, or at least the animations of the hook. The different styles, the text animation will animate the same. Every single thing here will animate the same. That's what I like to do. That's what most creators would do, because most creators and brands have an identity that they always want to follow. Now, with that being said though, what I'm doing here is I try to test how far I can take this. I literally do want quality over quantity, and I like to say that you get both with this pipeline. I need to do a lot of research. I'm building this pipeline as we speak. It always has room for improvements. That's at least what I think. And you know, we could always make this better. I literally, honestly, I'm laughing every single time I'm like working on this. For example, this video, I did not expect it to be able to do this. And you could take this even a step further. You could literally give it to Gemini 3.5 Flash and then make Gemini analyze the video so you're literally out of the loop, because then you don't need to do quality checks. Now, my pipeline does quality checks, but frame by frame. So Claude Code is analyzing frame by frame to make sure that it actually works. Now, you can use, again, DaVinci Resolve is already pre-made. Most of the videos at the time of this recording is actually done in DaVinci Resolve. So you don't have, if you're just using DaVinci Resolve for free, you could use that. But it seems like the best workflow is actually inside of After Effects, and I didn't expect that. But after a lot of tweaking, a lot of things, working on one-on-one with a client that wanted this to work in After Effects, we finally dialed it down. It can only be better. And for each new model that comes out, the better it gets. Now, I've never seen anyone else do this to the extent that I'm doing this, so this is really exciting. I feel like we found something. This tool is going to be a lifesaver for editors that spend a lot of time. They can, you know, either edit more videos, or come up with ideas that they couldn't edit themselves because it was too difficult. They could take on so many clients that they literally can, you know, take over the world. Do you see the opportunity with this? It's mental. This entire app that you're seeing here is a vibe-coded app. It needs improving. Like back in the days, I was a developer myself, and I created a lot of apps before AI. And now that AI comes out, like I have knowledge when it comes to apps, but obviously I don't want to spend time on the app side of things when you should build systems, because I know how to build systems properly. So the app is not the priority, but this is kind of building as we're going. So I'm actually going to explain this. It's called the creative direction. The goal of how this works is that if you want to be in the creative loop, if you want to know exactly, let's say you have multiple templates or multiple styles, which I have, this is what I would do. It's a timeline where you could add text styles. Like for example, let's say you've gotten an edit and you're not satisfied. You could literally be like, I did not like this. And then you move forward, and then I've created, so Claude Code has an MCP server. If for those who don't know what that is, it's just pretty much, it's called a model context protocol, I think, where Claude Code can literally easier talk to an application and spend less tokens, right? So in other words, here's what you could do. I'm still working on this. You could drag in a different style. All right, what was this style? Well, that was that style. Okay, cool. Well, I actually want liquid glass. So you know what? In this section, I want liquid glass. In this section, I actually want to play Ariana Grande when I'm talking. And while actually when it animates out, I actually also want you to, you know, render some text in liquid glass style. And then that's done. And then we move forward in life. Anyway, so you get you get the idea. I could literally do the same for this one. When I did the Callaway edit, I want the person pop out in this section. So again, it's buggy, as you can tell here. It's a lot of things that needs to be improved, and so on and so forth. And what's so cool here is you could go back in time. Let's see the graphics version 2, graphics version 1, only the cuts. And yeah, all of this is, for example, Claude gave me a plan structure, what he recommended on the first video. And then I could be like, you know what, I liked one of them better than the other. And then I could come in, comment, like, yeah. So the goal here is to make actually Claude Code work with you. Anyway, this is just, I wanted to showcase this because it's a cool pipeline, but it's still in production, not something that's coming out anytime soon. But you don't honestly need this. Most things that you would need is the whole style library, because the whole goal here, guys, is to make literally a whole creative team under you. I already have someone that helps me with scripting, ideation. Now we have the motion graphics team and editing team. Now the only thing I need to focus on is actually talking to the camera and focus on what I'm good at, which is building this type of systems, building systems for businesses and scale my agency. That's exactly how other people should work as well. Either that be editing, if you are creating content for a business, consulting, coaching, anything business related that's creating content, this is going to be a game changer. Don't edit with basic Claude. Literally do not. I'm in the middle of moving, so again, I'm going to explain step by step how we do this, okay? Now, we have 5 minutes left on the camera there, I realize, so I need to end this slowly but surely. Anyway, that was it for this video, and I know it was a very high level video, but I wanted to record a breakdown of how this would work, the high level view. And inside of the Skool community, linked down below, completely for free, I'm going to, explain step by step on how I do this and attach resources and files so you can do it yourself. Now, I'm extremely sleepy. It's currently 1:15 a.m. and considering a lot of you guys are complaining and telling me that I'm gatekeeping, which I'm actually not, we can finally sleep in peace. And now I can actually produce a lot of content because now I have finally updated the actual pipeline. By the way, I'm going to update the community. I'm going to be more active there. It's just I need to settle a little bit when it comes to moving and all that. And as soon as that's done, we are into it. Thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you very much for watching this video. And I hope you at least learned something from this. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video and seeing you in the Skool community, because there you can just ask me questions, honestly. Yeah, you can ask me as many questions as you feel like. I can show you, I can take your questions, maybe I can help you, That's the goal here. We're creating somewhere, we want to teach and learn from each other. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. All right, see ya.